was upside down for about 10 minutes. The walk to the castle was long. I had to navigate plains, mountains, cliffs, tundras, and even snowy peaks, and all the time I was thinking about that house I had left behind. Had I really killed an entire horde of monsters, and on my own? Maybe I was a warrior of some kind, but it still doesn't explain why I don't know who I am, where I had ended up, or why I was here. And who was the voice? It was someone who knew me, who knew what was happening, who knew about this place. And having to follow a disembodied voice is strange to me. But the more I walked, the more I thought. I began to ponder the reasons I was here. Maybe I was needed. Maybe I was here for a great purpose, and it didn't feel like a dream, not anymore. No, I was sure that I was awake. I finally arrived at the castle, huge and menacing, and I nervously approached the front gate guards.
Stop! What business do you have here, stranger?
I told him why I was there, to trade with the villagers.
Business, you say? What business could you have here?
I explained to him that I had the perfect dish and that I wanted to share it.
I see. Give me some of this food, and then we shall see if I will let you pass.
I was hesitant. I only had 2 left for myself, but denying the guard was a surefire way to be banned from entering, and so I decided to share the food with him, and he seemed to enjoy it, thankfully.
Oh my god, I feel fantastic! Man, here! You must try this! Yes, you may enter! I hope to purchase some of your divine dish soon.
And so I was granted access, but how did the voice know that the food would let me in? But my thoughts were soon interrupted when I stepped inside the gates. The castle was breathtaking. The voice had told me to find someone in the town who would speak to the villagers and convince them to accept me. And I did.
Hello, stranger! How did you make it past the guards? They've been on the edge since the reckoning.
The reckoning? I had to ask him about it.
Whoa. You really are new here. Where did you come from?
And I just had to be honest.
What?
I told him everything from the werewolves to the house and about the recipe.
Recipe?
It was called the divine dish, I explained.
The divine dish? May I have one?
And of course it was my last one, but I had to give it to him. I didn't have a choice.
Oh, my God. This is incredible.
He seemed to really enjoy it.
It really must be you then. There is no other way. You could be anything else.
I had no idea what he meant.
Your coming was foretold. My nonna told me a story of an angel who appeared a generation after our kingdom was founded. The people were suffering. Even though this land is so rich, the darkness that had fallen upon it since Master Ender's disappearance was crippling us. The people called to the heavens for help. They prayed with all of their might. Then one day an angel appeared on the market street. She said, "Do not be afraid, for I am a messenger of God. I have come because I have been called by the One to give you this message." She said the heavens will one day send you a hero who will vanquish evil from the land. Hero will come bringing manna from God, and this is how you will know them. Initially, we thought it was our great king who erected these fortifications to keep out evil. In our castle walls, we have survived, thrived even. It said the spirit of our founding father, Master Ender, was with our king, bringing him to safety from the brink of death, only to rise to greatness as our king. But, alas, our king has been unable to vanquish evil from these lands. He can only keep out the evil from these walls. Nothing more. And many great warriors have died attempting to vanquish the monsters of the land. All who have tried have failed.
He had so much longing and hope in his eyes, but I had to tell him that it couldn't possibly be me.
Do not worry, for you are foretold of by angels and blessed by God himself. Surely, you will triumph. Surely it is you who will vanquish evil and bring about an eternal peace in this land. Surely it is you who will usher in the prosperity the great prophet foretold eons ago.
I wanted it to be true for him so much, but I didn't know.
We all can only do our own part, and here is mine. I will spread the word to the people, and they will take you in with the kindness. But they must be paid well for their efforts. We are good people, and we know riches and prosperity. This we will teach you.
I wasn't rich, and this sounded enticing.
You will grow in the power with us. Here, this is my gift to you. It will grant you access to the great wealth beneath your feet, deeper than many can go. This will bring you gold and jewels, which you can trade with my fellow countrymen. They will grow to love you, and you grow in power, chosen one.
I couldn't refuse him.
Take this and go. Develop your power, and when you are complete, return to me. I will be ready to help you. There is no time to waste. Go on now.
I thanked him and turned to leave. The book the baker had given me contained a list of strange instructions to do with armor and weapons. He had also given me some weird food that would create what seemed like magic. And as I leafed through the pages, the conversation replayed over in my head. Was I really the chosen one? It didn't make sense. Why me? I headed back to the house, and then something strange happened. And when I say strange, I mean stranger than everything else.
Listen closely, hero. The two paths you can choose. If you should go off your own, then time is what you lose. Follow me and do as I ask, and you can make it fast. For here I gift adventures 3, and this is what I ask. There is a lonely mermaid who lost her lover Mermaid. He is trapped inside a shipwreck that's lost beneath the sand. If you feed the seagulls, they'll leave you a nice gift, which will take you all the way to the location of the ship. Second is a cave with traps and webs and things. You'll have to bring your armor and give your sword a swing. For nothing can prepare you for that which lurks at night. But what you find behind the dark will give you wondrous might. Finally, it's a farm you need, and the forest has just the thing. A centaur in the woods you'll seek, and this you must bring. A seed of each plant, egg and raw meat for your special dish. Don't hesitate, or the timer will run out and you won't get your wish. Listen closely, hero, for the hour approaches quick. The evil things the devil brings will make the people sick. Move quickly as you can, but hurry not your fate. Do the work before it is too late.
It seemed I had been given some tasks by a small, flying lady, and I decided just to accept my fate. While I was here, I couldn't leave, so I might as well try to help as many people as I can, even if I'm not the hero that they need. The fairy had given me a map which led to a beach and told me I had to feed some bread to some seagulls, and so I began my journey. I saw the birds as soon as I arrived at the beach, and as soon as they came near me, they took the bread and my items appeared in a chest. My next task was to find the lost lover of a mermaid, and it was amazing to be able to dive into the cool water and just relax. I felt like I hadn't relaxed in days. And swimming through the ocean, my worries ebbed away like the tide. I discovered the mermaid crying outside her house. She informed me that her lover was trapped by vicious drowned in an underwater shipwreck. She gave me a map and said that I was her only hope of ever seeing him again. I had so many people relying on me to help them. It was overwhelming, but if I was in her situation, I would want help also, and so I set off towards the shipwreck. When I arrived at the cave entrance, I was greeted by a baby seal who seemed to know exactly why I was there and insisted that I followed. I followed the seal down through the caves, and all the time I was wondering how I would find my way out. It was so far. And then we came into a huge underwater cavern, and I found the shipwreck. All I needed to do was find the merman. I eventually found him hiding below deck and assured him it was safe to come out. He looked at my armor and my sword and decided that I was probably right. He followed me out and we started the long journey back to his beloved. After what seemed like hours underwater, we finally made it back, and she was so overjoyed to see him. She gave me the next part of my task, and I headed to the surface. I was sad to say goodbye. Life seemed so peaceful down there, and mine at the moment was anything but. My third and final task given by the fairy was upon us. I had to enter a spider cave and take down the monster that lived within. Some had said it had killed entire villages just for the fun of it. Some say it had given birth to over 1 million younglings. And some say it's just a myth. It's my job now to find out. I guess I am the one who has to take down this beast, and that's what I'm gonna do. And as I approached the entrance to the spider cave, my heart was pounding inside my chest, but I knew I had come too far to stop now. And so I opened my inventory, grabbed the item, and opened the entrance to the cave. The deeper I went into the cave, the heavier the air became. I was finding it hard to breathe. The further in I went, the more ferocious the spiders became, protecting their eggs, protecting their home, protecting their mother. I was regretting my choice to do this, but I was too far in. Too many people were relying on me. I couldn't turn back. I was almost at the nest. I could hear deep, growling noises that I knew were not coming from any of the spiders I had already fought. This was something much, much bigger. Then I saw it. I had killed it, and fairly easily also. I was starting to wonder, maybe I could do this. Maybe I was the hero that everybody said I was. But for now, I headed down to the middle of the nest, grabbed my items, and was directed on what to do next. As I made my way back up to the entrance, a strange feeling washed over me. All my life, I had felt like something was missing, like something wasn't quite right, like I was supposed to do more, be more. And maybe this was it. Maybe my entire life had been leading here to this moment, and that this is my destiny. The hero of ages. It has a nice ring to it. Wouldn't look too bad on an office door in embossed gold lettering. After all, the meek shall inherit the earth. As I approached the entrance, someone was waiting for me. was I to say no to this request? Of course, I handed over the vial, hoping that they could find peace. And as I headed back to the house to sleep for the night, I found myself starting to feel excited for what the next day might bring.